All right, job seekers, I'm back with a banger. There's a couple questions that almost every candidate never asks. And the truth is, when you ask these questions, you're probably going to get a wide array of answers. And here's how you assess the answer set. If the answers don't line up, then there's a problem and you're aware of it. If these answers do line up really well, then you're on the right track and you should continue investing time and energy in this process. So here are the three questions. The first question is, what does your organization do specifically to prepare candidates before each stage of the interview? The second question is, how does your organization specifically deliver interview feedback to candidates after the interview? And the third question is, how does your organization come to hiring decisions, or how do you make decisions to make offers? Can you step me through what happens after a final round interview between that and the offer extended? And the truth is, most companies don't prep candidates. They don't give interview feedback, and they don't make consistent hiring decisions. And if they aren't consistent in those areas, you should know that. So that's why I want you to ask those questions. Great companies that understand that setting people up for success is their job as a company, they can answer those questions. They can give you really straightforward responses. For example, I can tell you what the process looks like from start to finish. I can prepare you before every interview. I can let you know who you're going to meet, what the nature of the interview will be. I can't tell you the answers to the test, but I can tell you what kind of test it will be. And there's a lot of engineering managers out there that have asked me, why do you do that? You can't tell them what to expect. And I sort of push back because why? That's not how anything works in this world. When you go to university and you walk into a course, computer science course, they don't give you a random exercise. You know if it's multiple choice, fill in the blank, or coding, and it's based off chapter 7 or the quarter we're in. When you walk into a meeting at work, you know what you're doing. You've been given the task, you've had a couple days to prepare, you've probably reviewed with your boss, and then you're going and present. So why would interviewing be any different? Why would working at your company be any different? Next, interview feedback. Most companies don't give it. Now, the number one reason people don't give interview feedback is because they don't implement structured interviewing. Therefore, they don't have constructive feedback to give you. The most common reason you hear, though, is for legal purposes. I'm here to call bullshit. Excuse my language, but frankly, that's what it is. It becomes a legal issue when you give people poor feedback, non-constructive, bias, or illegal. But when people interview and you ask objective questions relative to the role and you give them objective feedback based on the performance in the interview, there's nothing legal to worry about. And companies should be doing more of this. Candidates deserve it if they're going to spend time and energy in the process. So if they're not prepping you for interviews and giving you feedback after the interview, then why are you interviewing with them? Seriously. And if they're not doing those two things rigorously, then how do you think they're making offer decisions? Is it structured or is it groupthink? Are they lowballing and negotiating, or are they making their best offer the first time? Are they paying market rates, or are they trying to undercut and save a dollar here or there? Again, each one of these interactions should give you a spidey sense that something's not right. But if you can ask them how you prep candidates, how you give feedback to candidates, and how you make offer decisions, and those answers sound transparent, collaborative, data-driven, it's a great place to interview and keep an eye on. So give it a shot and let me know how it goes.